Islam, Islam, Islam. This how we gonna start this off today, baby. Cause boy, it is mm, it's a whole lot of going on. A whole lot. But I'm gonna get started off. Goodies always been before their time. We about to talk about how these 12 states water supply is being attacked. I told y'all that water was gonna be attacked many years ago. I said stock up on peroxide, stock up on green alcohol. See, unfolds, young goods, 13 years old, exposed to see. Any tall you can hate, got both. Chris Moss did his whole. Holiday got raped. Experimented in Atlanta, Georgia, United Nations overseas. Train, assassin, research, succeed. Ain't knocking or asking. Back in slavery, concentration camps laced with gas like pine. Listen to me now, believe me later on in the future. Great state and the Constitution. Like Operation Heartbreak Hotel, Moments Tell. What do you think? 10, 99. And try to put missiles in mine. Who's that peeking in my window? Nobody knows. Me and my family moved in an apartment complex. A gate with a serial code was full of X. They say that this community is so drug free, but it don't look that way to me. Cause I can see the young bloods hanging out at the stove. 24/7 junkies looking for a hit of the blue. It's powerful. Oh, you know what else they trying to do? Make a curfew, especially for me and you. The traces of the new world order. Time is getting shorter. If we don't get prepared, it's gonna be a soda. My mind won't allow me to not be curious. My folks don't understand, so they don't take it serious. But every now and then, I wonder if the gate was put up to keep crime out. I keep my ass in. Who's that peeking in my window? How? Ooh, baby. Let me tell y'all something. And I'm always be a Goody fan. Y'all know this. I'm gonna always be a Goody fan. Be a Goody fan. We'll put that down, son. Cause this is like, wow, 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 my people, my people. I had to get up on this one. We might have to open this camera right now. I had to get up on this one. What? What? Rise and grind, my people. Crazy looking at all. Rise and grind. But what we want to do is talk about this water supply that has been that they're saying quote unquote is an attack from Iran. I don't believe it. I think it's them left-sided people doing this. Just all of a sudden, huh? So yesterday, so we'll say this. Federal agencies and the FBI have not officially released a full confirmed list of the 13 specific states. While initial reports from the FBI and the EPA noted that the water systems in at least 7 to 12 states have faced cyber intrusions. Specific state names have only been publicly confirmed for a few locations. So if it's 12 states, if you know that this is happening, you telling me it's only about 3 of them you can mention, which is Minnesota, Michigan, and Georgia. So where's the rest of them? If you know that this is happening, where's the rest of them? You have too much technology to sit here and be trying to tell us that you don't know the rest of them. The confirmed states, Minnesota, over 30 systems are targeted. Michigan, 9 of their systems. And Michigan, we already know what's up with Flint. Y'all still ain't fixed that problem. So why would this be any other country coming for us and not the left side of this whole coin? These demon rats are the ones pushing this. They have to be. Federal sources indicate at least a dozen states may have experienced scanning or intrusions, but completely public tally of 13 states has not been verified by authorities. It's supposed to be up to 12. U.S. intelligence and safety updates point toward Iranian-linked hackers targeting programmable logic controllers. I think that's a lie. I don't think this is no Iran. First of all, there will be rumors of wars. There will be wars, but there will be a lot of rumors of wars. And a lot of these wars you think are taking place, you think stuff's blowing up and this and that. That's not the war they're talking about. Some of these wars, most of them go on in a room, a war room, a courtroom. I really feel this whole so-called war is not a war, it's fake. When I was listening to the president speak the other day, he spoke about the gas prices, that they should be at like $2.25 a gallon. And now they're opening an investigation on the oil companies because that the gas shouldn't be that high. Why is it when we have our own supply? Now, all of a sudden, they're attacking the water. Well, if people could remember, because, you know, I've been shadow banned, I've been gang stalked, I've been all that since 2021. So who knows how these things get out? But my lives used to be live. But the more I speak about truth, no. Very seldom do people come on. Very seldom do people view. But I know back in 2021, I was saying, buy hydrogen peroxide. Stock up on as much as you can. Buy white candles. Buy you a bunch of pillar candles, tea candles. Buy you some green alcohol. Stock up on these things. Because when they attack the water, you're not even going to be able to bathe in it. You won't be able to bathe in it. Do you hear what I'm saying to you?
Tracking
You
about 2
will
dozen
not.
flights were diverted from Denver International Airport down to Colorado Springs yesterday because of significant turbulence from severe weather in the Denver metro area. So we're learning 5
What severe weather did this? Is what I'm saying. They put this news up. I live in Denver by the airport. There's no severe weather.
Yesterday afternoon from about 4:30 to 8 o'clock, but we're learning
What
all
happened?
of those flights were able to get out of Colorado Springs.
This is what I'm saying. These people are lying.
I mean, that is
this stuff is so scripted, and the lies that they tell be such a lie. Because how? I'm right here. Not even 10 minutes away from the airport. Excuse me. We're not even 10 minutes away from the airport. Not even 10 minutes away from the airport.
Tracking about 2 dozen flights were diverted from Denver International Airport down to Colorado Springs yesterday on site from firefighters. One was actually taken to the hospital, but is in stable condition. It's happened yesterday afternoon from about 4:30 to 8 o'clock, but we're learning all of those flights were able to get out of Colorado Springs by about 10 last night. I mean, that is still several hours of delays or people sitting on tarmacs. 800 flights were delayed just out of Denver International, though yesterday in general. schedule. So far this morning, we're sitting at about 25 delays. Make sure you're checking that flight status. It is a little bit windy out here this morning. I mean, anytime a flight lands at Denver International, people always comment on the turbulence coming in. So something to be aware of if you're flying out of here today. We're tracking all of this closely, though. We'll keep you updated if we learn more from these passengers on our website at kdpr.com. We're tracking this closely, though. We'll keep you updated.
I don't know. I don't believe these people. And for you guys to sit here and believe these people all the time about what they say. So we have 12 states, 12, been attacked. The water supply. The day before, how many stories did we have about pedos? And you can't even say this on the internet, but you got these folks out here getting 13-year-old and 14-year-old children. Dressed up like they're a lady. Some ain't dressed up like they no lady, because the one in Florida wasn't no lady. He was a whole pastor. A pastor infected, and he had HIV, has HIV, didn't have, but has it, and was caught pedoing 13 and 14-year-olds. What is going on, y'all? The world has become so sick in its ways. So very sick in its ways. So very sick in its ways. To the point of, I mean, I see why people withdraw and don't want to be around people. Because now we're at a time where you really can't trust people. You don't know what people's motives are, what their intentions are. When we're watching the way people are being done, whether it's a woman, whether it's a man, whether it's a child, it is sick out here. Very sick out here to see what is going on. And watching this happen still to our babies. And also watching where they just told a couple of states, what did they tell them? I have put it up too. That, and I said, this is why I told y'all to stop putting y'all's children on these social media platforms. Great, it's the first day of school. But our parents weren't putting us on no social media for no first day of school. To me, I think that's exploitation of your children. I get you're excited about it. I get, you're happy they're going back or whatever that might be. But the exploitation is on another level with these babies. It's on another level. Because there was an article that came out to say that you shouldn't, what did they say about these people and these children? Yes, here it is. With Georgia leading the nation in sextortion cases, parents are told to monitor their children's internet activity. FBI warns Georgia parents about posting back-to-school pictures. There are bad actors online. So not just in Georgia, but everywhere. Not just in Georgia, but everywhere. You should not be exploiting your children. Great. Keep them pictures between you and them. Go get you a Polaroid. Get you a Polaroid and a doggone photo album. And then you can put all that stuff in there. When your friends and family come over, you can show them the first day of school, the first day of this, when they got the... Stop putting these babies out here. Because it's bad enough y'all don't even monitor their Roblox. And we've told y'all ain't none on their Roblox but a bunch of pedos. A bunch of people looking for your children, playing as children. And now we got the whole, your boy, Sydney, got the whole transgender community looking bad. See, one apple can spoil the whole thing. One bad apple can't spoil the whole thing. Because if you sit one bad apple in a bag of good apples, it's going to turn all the rest of the apples rotten. The disease spreads. So one bad apple can spoil a whole tree. In every aspect. These communities, these organizations, one bad apple will spoil the whole tree. But most don't hear that either. Nobody ever hears that. Like Rashad Jamal said, until it's your children, until it's your family, your grandchild, your cousin, somebody close to you, until it hits your door. Then the concern comes. Then you want everybody to raise concern about it. When the concern should have been raised a long time ago. We've been forming sister circles since 2021, since after they were opening stuff back up, to bring the matriarch together. That's been happening. But you can't find enough women with enough, how can you say it? They want to battle and be jealous of each other, and it's a competition. As much as they want to call it a sister circle, as much as these people want to gather together, it'd be so much competition for no reason. For no reason. I've been a part of so many. In the conscious community, in the regular community, in the church community, and they all tend to turn out the same way. Because nobody wants to drop their ego. Nobody wants to drop their ego. I got one for you for that one too. Nobody wants to drop their ego. Their egotistical way. Because everybody wants to be the one to say, I did it first. When ain't nobody did it first. They was having sister circles back in grandma in them day when they was playing Tunk and what's that other one? Pinochle. They had sister circles then. That ain't nothing new. But they knew how to get along. And wasn't nobody there being jealous of nobody, competing with nobody else, trying to say, well, I'm the one that did it. They knew how to come together. Even if it was just 6 of them in the neighborhood. But we get all of these, I'm just noticing. And it ain't even just noticing. It's just the clicked up folks. They're not trying to bring in no one to do none of that. You can send these people cash apps. I've sent people cash apps that be on here. I never got a thank you, a heart, or none of that. And these are big time platform people. Send them emails asking about what they do with these trusts and how they do that, because that's what they advertise when they get on this internet. No response back, no call back, no nothing. But we'll say, but if you go on and send $75, they'll respond to you faster. This is what I'm saying. That's not the way this should work for our community. If y'all really care, but most of y'all don't. Y'all just care about what somebody can put in your pocket. And not really caring about the whole within itself. Because there's so much ego that's there. So much ego that's there. In so many ways. We don't respect it. We will. I'm trying to find this one I'm looking for. Trying to find this on here. It is. Because the ego needs to go. The ego needs to go. It should have been gone. But yet, we don't think we got it. This song is by Iman Europe and Kaylin Ellis. Kaylin Ellis.
Hey, who the fuck these niggas think they is? Bumping their gums, curling their lips, talking
shit saying they bigger than me. Who the fuck you bitches think I'm is? Twisting your tongue to speak on the kid like I'm a run, like I don't come from the streets. Motherfuckers better get a grip before I let baby go get the clip. You know he crazy, born in the 80s. This is about letting ego go. Just like him, I'm crazy too. The big bully, the big bad wolf, the loose screw. Ha ha hee. I'm just kidding. I'm too cool to lose my cool on you bitches. See, that's my ego. It's so big and unfitting. I let it out the house, but now it's already tripping. I try to keep the peace, but it be hollering and flipping. As quiet as it's kept, it's like a serpent with venom. It's got a good grip and it's making me slipping. I'm tired of the feeling. I'm trying to get rid of her. Trying to get rid of me. I.e., what's the deal? What's the energy? You ain't gotta hide what you feel. Need to lock in with me. See, I'm here to protect you. You way too quiet, girl. That's why they gon' forget you. You way too humble, girl. That's why they gon' neglect you. And why they don't respect you. And bitch nigga stress you. See, I will make you special. See, I'm the one that bless you. It's me, nobody else. You, me, big E-G-O. It's all me. Damn, I gotta kill you. I gotta kill you, ego. I gotta kill you. I gotta kill you, ego. I gotta kill you. I gotta kill you. I gotta kill you now. Cause if not, you're gonna kill me and all my opportunities and everything I love and override what's true to me. See, confidence is cool, but you're the wounded me. Any last words before we read them, your eulogy? All I ever did was tell you you was all I ever did. All I ever did was say you don't deserve it. All I ever did was say it didn't serve you. All you ever did was lie to me on purpose. All your plans was to play me and persuade me. G.O.D. the only one who ever saved me. It's okay, I'ma see you later, baby. Cause you can't kill me. You can only tame me. Get up now. That's that ego. This song is about your ego. Ego death. And I'm going to start saying the words aloud because they say it out here all the time. They call them pedos. They say molestation. They just call that stuff out because they don't want you to say it because they don't want you the attention and the algorithm to start picking up this stuff that these people are doing. That's why they don't want us to say certain things on here. Because once you start saying it, it picks up the algorithm and now you're going to start seeing everything for what it is. Everything. You got to watch your water, people. I warned you about that. If you go back in these videos, we talked about the water. Hope you were listening. My folks don't take me serious. They don't take it serious. Until this bad boy ends up in smoke and y'all get to hearing the sound alarms go off, that's when you'll take it serious. You're not taking it serious. Y'all refuse to take these things serious. It seems like no matter who says it and how they say it. We got to let go of that ego. Got to. In order to usher in what's here. Because you see, they still attacking. But I'm going to go back to saying that. I don't think it's the Iran war. I really think that's a ploy to keep you off your stuff. It's those leftist people that's doing this. Because that's why the gas is high. That's why the water is being attacked. Look at Washington. We can look at the fire. You telling me all them houses burnt down and no trees? It looks like Maui all over again in Spokane, Washington. And Colorado got so-called smoke in the air from it the other day. It was gazy outside, but it wasn't like that. Like you would think for that amount of stuff to be burnt up, I would be thinking a cloud of black smoke would have made it over here. The way they made it seem when the fire happened, where did it happen? And they said we was going to get smoke all the way in Georgia. Was it in Canada? So if we were going to get black smoke in Georgia from a Canada fire, why wouldn't we get black smoke from Spokane, Washington, as it's up the street? See, it don't be making sense when you look at the dynamics of things. So we have that. We got children being taken advantage of left and right. Now the water supplies, with the food supply, is Chipotle just took jalapenos. Was it yesterday? Now they're removing something else. Something else they just spoke on that they're going to have to take off the shelf. I spoke to a friend in Tennessee. She went to a King Supers or a Kroger. The whole produce section was empty. They had taken everything out the produce section. The food supply, the Prophet warned you about this. Prophet Noble Drew Ali warned this way back in the day. Come on, 1913 to 1928. And y'all think y'all just now doing this in 2026? No, I'm telling you, the warnings were already there. We was already warned about all this. He said you're going to go to the grocery stores. You're going to get up and go to these grocery stores, and it's going to be armed guards outside. You will not be able to go get no food. They're recalling everything y'all put in y'all's mouth. All I'm waiting on the meat supply next. I'm just waiting for the meat supply because the meat supply is always getting attacked. Y'all can't eat eggs. Y'all can't eat. It's no spinach. You can't eat nothing. And if you do go out here and get this fruit stuff, make sure you're cleaning it. Make sure you're really cleaning it. If you got to take some apple cider vinegar and water and let that stuff soak. I don't care if you got to go get you some, what's that, baking soda. Make sure you're cleansing your fruits and veggies very well if you're going to eat from these people. The food supply has been attacked. The medical's been attacked. We know this. Oh my goodness. We've been knowing this forever. The food, the medical, the water, your clothing you have on your body, everything. Including your mind, because they done mind controlled everybody. Forget expendables. If they say they went and got expendables from other countries, believe me, they've been getting expendables from right here in the United States. And a lot of expendables look like everyday people. Because some of y'all are expendable when you go up here and work for these folks. They use you in these ploys to set you up to get you caught up in some stuff. So they're not caught up in it. And now they're telling these people, whether you knew about it or not, whether you knew about the fraud, whether you didn't know about the fraud, they're still going to end up charging you with something because you were a part of it. So if you worked for them and that department is caught up in fraud or fraudulently doing things to the American people, they most likely going to get you too, or you're going to lose your job. Oh, yeah. The fake doctors is just really crazy. And you think people will trust these medical people anymore after knowing all these degrees? These people stole 36,000 degrees in India to come over here on an H-1 visa. When I looked it up, I was like, what? And to play as doctors. I have a whole class action lawsuit paper I'm going to post that they sent me after I had a colonoscopy done by an Indian so-called doctor. So some people have been personally affected in these spaces that don't nobody believe is happening. Because the first thing we were saying is, I'll go to an Indian doctor. Because I would. I don't want to go to them other doctors. I need to go to somebody used to me. Whether it's a dermatologist was Indian or whatever. That's what we was pointing to before we wanted a Euro. A Caucasian touching on us. And now look. They use that to get over here. And ain't none of them specialize in nothing they do. They just been practicing like everybody else. That's a trip, y'all. It's a trip. This is a trip to really see. It is sad to watch our people perish in these ways. And they don't have to perish in these ways. They don't have to perish. They do not have to perish. They don't. On a lighter note, because this is why I have to come on here and speak on these things. Because the only way that we can change it is to be the change. Is to be the change we want to see. Not just talk about it, but be the change. Being more active in our communities. I know I need to be more active where I'm at in Colorado, but to be honest, it'd be so much faking that I just withdraw. Because I see so much is still unorganized. The same reason why I left the Moorish Science Temple. It's unorganized. Everybody wants to be the head honcho in charge. Every man worships under their own vine and fig tree. We're each one a priest of our own. Allah and man are one. So I don't need to be mind controlled by you. I don't need to be a part of your clique and have to pay you to be around you in order to be a part of your clique. It's the most craziest thing. It's like being a groupie. Or being a paymaster for a dude or a lady. Either one. If the sincerity is not there, it's worthless. You watch all of these nonprofit organizations. It's a million of them. And ain't nobody collectively together. Ain't nobody made a united way to come together. But United Way made a way to come together. And they got a whole number called 411. And I'm sure it was a collection of people that came together. A collective of different nonprofit organizations that were able to work together. Not fight amongst each other. Not try to one up on another. But literally know how to come together to make a united way. There's been so many things we've had in our communities for so long. Now we're in Black August. My sister was just talking about the Black Red Cross. What did she call it? The Black Red Cross? Black Cross or something. I have to ask her about it again. But it's something we had as an organization of sisters in the UNIA. I believe it was part of the Garvey stuff, where it was, you had your sisters and probably brothers that were in these fields of assisting the community, whether medicine women, nurses, physicians, whatever they were in the community. We had our own before. For all of these people came over here on these visas and stuff, claiming to be these well-renowned doctors, and we think because they came from China and India and all these other places, why would some strangers come over here and want to do that for us? Why? And them same strangers is in the bed with the same people that been injecting our people with syphilis and gonorrhea and all these other man-made diseases with Dr. Fauci. They've created all these things to inject into us over here. We've been the test dummies for all these countries. Because quote unquote, black people don't feel no pain. When Miss Edgar board, wasn't that experiment over here? Wasn't every other experiment over here? They came from everywhere else to experiment over here. They ain't experimenting on their people. They come over here to experiment. And they get more money for you. They can get more money for you. So everything's been experimented on us. So why are they attacking the water? Because when the hell are you going to wake up to understand what's going on for real? Because when you're behind going there and take a shower and that shit burn when it touch your skin, you going to see why. When you can't even brush your teeth with the water. Believe it. It shouldn't even be now. You got to realize all the feces and stuff that goes into the water and all they do is reuse it. HIV on a record high. They put that in your water supply too. And the only reason why HIV is high, because everybody that got them jabs, there's a strand of it in there. Ask me how I know. That's not a rumor. I had a whole client work for the CDC at that time. And spoke on it and said that's why she wasn't getting no vaccine. Because it had a strand of HIV in it. No matter, hey, I'm just saying, she worked for the CDC. So this rise in AIDS is not because people just out here loosely having sex with each other, y'all. This rise in AIDS is coming from them vaccinations too. Cut my life. I don't care. Y'all say everything else on here and do everything else and show everything else. You show our people getting unalive, getting murdered. You show our people being SA'd. You show all that. All these platforms. So what? They need to be the main thing to get shut down. These platforms need to get shut down. So y'all better pay attention. They done reached the water. They done reached the water. And I truly hope y'all are aware of it. What y'all think? They meddling in the water, y'all. Meddling with the water. Fried task force coming up every day on something. Every day. A recall of something every day. Every day it's a recall on something. Food, clothing. I don't care. I watched, where was it? Walmart? It was. They recalled so many things from what was it? Step stools to dressers to saying stuff was faulty, and all this been going on this whole time. They recalling this food stuff. And they're recalling the food this whole time. They're recalling everything else. I advise y'all to pay attention. Watch your water. I hope at least you know where you can get your most freshest water from, somewhere around you. Because as it's coming through these treatment facilities, that's what they're attacking. They're attacking the treatment facilities. So if you can find a place where you can forage your own water, go to a spring or something, you better get out there and find it. This is what this is coming to. All this cuteness, that's over with, y'all. That's over with. So now we're under, see, this is what I'm saying. Now we're under Every Colorado county is under air quality alert today. Now, mind you, we dropped over 20 degrees yesterday. We was 100 degrees on Monday, 102 to be exact, and dropped all the way down to 50-something degrees Monday night. It was nothing but 80-something degrees yesterday, and it was cool outside. Now we going right back up, and now they saying the air quality bad. I don't know if this coming from the fire, is what they saying. The air quality bad, but the water's being attacked in all these other places. Now, Colorado, I don't know if they're on the list. They only named 3 of the states out of the 12 states they say being attacked on the water. So maybe once y'all get up out the bed, they'll say what else they've attacked. Whatever else they attacked. I'm trying to see what else did they attack. But now we're under an air alert for sure. Now there's a so-called arson on the arson, right? So pay attention to your water. Know that these gas prices are fake as I don't know what, and these oil companies are about to get in trouble for price gouging because gas should be $2.12 a gallon, $2.25. So get mad at your state. These is the states doing it. This is not the federal government doing anything. There won't be no midterms. There's not going to be an election. I don't care what y'all say. That's over with. You can't trust these folks. They done took all your money. So why would you trust it? You going to still run to find you a master, a slave master after that? That is insane. That's why I say, yep, majority, the 90% of the population is schizophrenic because you have lost total touch with reality. You are so out of touch with reality, it's crazy. The majority of the people on this planet are schizophrenic. Majority of the people on this planet is narcissistic. Very far few and in between. Because everybody got a narcissistic way about themselves. In some way, shape, or form, you do. And everybody got some schizophrenia in them. As you be so out of touch with reality, you got to ask yourself that question. So we here. I just felt I wanted to come on and speak on that because that's just crazy to just get up in your life. Okay, let's go out here. I'm going to water the garden. Now they done attack the water. So now you got to be careful with that. Now you got to be careful with that. Watch y'all's children as they go back to these schools because these principals is gross. These teachers are gross. You don't know who's watching your children. You don't know who they talking to on the internet. They just show where a man posed as did he pose as his 13-year-old in order to get her abuser to get to the house. Once that man got over to that house, that man took him out. Messing with his little girl. So that's what I'm saying. Y'all gotta watch y'all children more closely. You can't be so caught up in work that you don't know what's going on with them. Like that can't be an excuse no more. You can't be that busy. Then you shouldn't have children. If you can't really take care of those babies in the way that they need to be taken care of, because it's way too much out here that could get to them, you need not have them. You shouldn't even be doing things to even slip up. It's dangerous out here. It's crazy out here. It's wild. And it's not enough concern. Y'all quick to attack one another, but never go attack those that are really attacking you. I'm just gonna sit here in silence for a second and I'm gonna play some high vibration tones to help clear this energy that's out here. Play some very high vibe bio frequency tones. No, not that one. Hold on, let me see something. No. Yeah, we need some healing. We're gonna clear energetically. We need to do an energetic clearing. Let's clear the energy. We're gonna clear the energy. I don't know who felt it, if you felt it, but you should have felt energy leaving. You can feel it through the tones, through those biofrequency tones. You can feel things moving. I always said if you're irritated by those sounds, it's because you're out of alignment so bad. Because those sounds shouldn't even irritate you. They should help balance you. They should, like, as you focus in, you should feel things aligning. That irritates you, you might need some work. You might need some work. I'm gonna be honest. We're gonna do another one. Let's do another one. We're gonna go with I'm gonna do health, strength, and recovery because we're gonna do health, strength, and recovery. We're gonna do 20 seconds of that. Health, strength, and recovery. Just a little bit of that. So, to bring solutions to all of these things that we're dealing with, right? Whether it's your mental, physical, emotional, any of it. The AO scan is a great device, is a great service. You can either do the service, you can get the device, you can have the device, you can use all the other modalities that Solex Nation has to aid in helping your family, your friends, your co-workers, people you know. We can help the world with this technology. Whether you got foggy brain, whether you're the most intelligent person and you're just dealing with not knowing where to put your creative energy. Because some people can be so intelligent, so creative, but yet they have so much of it, they don't know where to put it. So the AO scan technology is a way to help you deal with these things, whether it's mental, physical, like I said, emotional, or any of those areas of life you could be dealing with. But also with the AO scan, as we're talking about water and air and all of this, right? It can actually do some things with that too. If you have a cup of water, if you have things you want this water thing that we got going on, right? Literally, we can erase whatever negativity may be there and we can imprint what we want in it. If we want healing and harmony and tranquility and gratitude and forgiveness and all of these amazing things, we can take the water. We can either you don't want to place it on your phone because the devices we got back in the day, years ago, were military style grade phones. So they're waterproof and all that. So yeah, you can literally put a cup of water on there. But without having to put it on there, just in order to have it there with the biofrequency playing around it. You want to first erase whatever's in there, pull out whatever's in there before you even go to do an imprint into it. And you could do that with water just regularly. You can see how it holds energy, how it holds memory. You take one glass of water, you take 2 glasses of water. Under one, write the word hate on a piece of paper. Put it up under that glass of water. On the other one, put love on the other piece of paper and put it up under that glass of water. Watch that water over the next 3 to 7 days. And tell me that water ain't holding that energy. Because one of those are going to be way cloudier than the other. One's going to stay clear. And one's going to get very cloudy. Just energetically by what you placed up under there. So through these biofrequency tones, we're able to erase and imprint. We can do it through medicines. We can do it through your fruits and veggies. Even when you're out in your gardens and your farms and you're around your food, period. Especially when you're growing it, play some music. Play some soothing music to it. Even use binary tones if you need to. The plants respond. They respond to it. They love it. Sometimes you get dancing trees that'll dance to it and move to it and sway to it. So this AL scan technology is a technology, boy. It's great. It's great, and we offer it. We offer it to you. We have people that, and you don't have to even be in person. We can do this remotely over the phone. So even for the 3 people that we do offer it through our community of sisters, you don't have to be in front of us. We could do it over the phone, and still you can still get your reports the same way and everything. So yeah, that AL scan, serious. Um, we use it alongside of the apothecary here in Colorado. With the herbs and everything. So as we're blending or creating something for you, whether it's a tea, a tincture, a topical, or any of that, know that the AO scan is going to be imprinting the things that you need, because through your consultation, when you do a consultation, because that's what you would need to do first is a consult. And you could go to the website to do a consultation. Let's see if I pull the website up on this side, and then I'll share my screen for the website so you can see what we offer. And very soon it will be a complete telehealth clinic, but you can see what services we're offering now as we're building this up. I'm so excited about it. But as we're building it up, you can actually see what services we have to offer you as of now. Okay, hold on. Hmm. Hmm. Hold on. It's crazy. Okay. Let's see where it's at. Let's see. So that you can see it. And I ain't been on this one in a minute. Okay. I ain't about to. It ain't. Okay. I'll have to put it in there. I'll put it in the chat for you, that you guys can go and view the website so you can see it. Trying to see why I can't pull it up. Let me see. Let me pull this thing up for y'all so you can see actually what it has to offer for the people. And we're actually looking for others. We're looking for men, women. If you're in the medical field, if you're looking to get into the medical field, we would love for you to check out what we have to offer. Of what we have to offer. What is it? Okay, that's what it is. Okay, hold on. That I'm gonna end up getting my thing. Getting my domain together. Right now, this is just the easiest way to do it. Okay. Where is it? It just came up, but now it's not there. Okay, I don't know where it went. I don't know where it went. I don't know where it went. Well, anyway, we'll put it up there so that you guys can get familiar with the website. So that if you're in need of any of these modalities, you'll be able to access them. You can access them now, you can access them later. But the whole purpose is to be able to service our communities in the best way we can for us by us. So that's why we're even looking for more people to get involved. Sign up for these classes. They start in November, and it's really not bad. They even have a whole payment system set up if you want to do these classes for the next 12 months so that you can get familiar with the medical field, as assisting our providers with information on what they need. Because if we're able to help the client and then refer them to a great provider, that is the ultimate goal. But we want to be able to assist our people in the best way possible in these areas, because a lot of people are not going to be trusting this system anymore, especially after seeing all of these degrees and stuff that have been faked all this time, though. This isn't a first just because we're seeing 36,000 degrees be stolen from universities that don't exist over there. When people were doing that here in America, you have these quote unquote so called important people. I don't even call them celebrities anymore, or these celebrities, if that's what you want to call them. You found out they was paying for their children to go to school, and their children couldn't even pass an SAT if they tried. Wasn't even passing their classes in school, but made it to Harvard and all these other places on some fake transcripts. So this ain't the first. All the so-called important people been cheating this thing for a long time. Most of our people had to work hard to get their degrees and get the things and get to where they are. These other people have faked it in your face. And even so, a lot of the ones that look like us have faked it in your face too. But the ones that have had to get out here, really go to school, really make it happen, the ones that came before you made it bad. Because we're finding out a lot of them ain't even did none of that. So I'm gonna say this: I honor you for that. But do something with it, though. Do something with it in order to help this community thrive. Your community, our communities at large thrive. So even with the services we provide, we provide them to all 50 states. If somebody needs a doula and they don't have none in their area, if we have to travel to you, now it's going to be a travel fee, but you're going to have some great doulas come to assist you in your birth. So we offer that. We offer whether you're dealing with mental issues. It's so much that's in there. It's so much. Doulas, from your mental to your hair and your scalp, your body, reproductive. It's a slew of information, you guys. We can help you in alignment within your chakra system. You know what I'm saying? That's why the AL scan is good, because the AL scan is going to help us pinpoint what's going on so there's no misdoing anything. And we're not diagnosing anything. We're just using the AL scanner as a blueprint to help and assist to where you take it to your doctor. There are probably things on there your doctor didn't even think to look into. But once they do, and they might test it, then it's not this, oh, we don't know what's wrong with you. The AL scan gonna pinpoint what could be going on. Not to say it's saying this is exactly wrong, But it could be saying what's stemming from, and that can draw a conclusion to what's really going on with you. So we're able to offer you that. We even have people that if you're into the readings and metaphysics of it all, to really sit down with you and do a comprehensive reading with you. And even I would say you do you a AL scan, even do you a mini scan first before you go into that one. At least to where you can see where things could be off, because that's going to send a report back even based off of your chakras. What could be out of alignment? What could be affected by this? Because as I said, it's going to give you a full blueprint of yourself. It's scanning everything, your brain, your ears, your everything. So when you get this readback, you're going to see all them spots that it touched. To say it read the left ear, it read the right ear, the right breast, the left breast, the spleen, the this, the that, the liver, the kidneys, all of that. It can tell you where stuff may be holding dormant in. Trauma. And it's going to read it out to you as I read it to y'all before. And a lot of times where you're holding this energy, whether it's in your back and it's telling you, you need to go get chiropractic adjustments. Because then that's moving that energy too. Because some of that energy be stuck in these places. Then you wonder why you mad and angry and can't get this, can't sleep well, because you have dormant energy in these pockets, in these, we'll say pressure points, as we call them. Because coming from cosmetology school, we do all that. We're in tune with the anatomy. We're in tune with pressure points of the body, the head, the neck, the back. We're in tune with that. So when these things are coming back to say these things, as someone that has been a cosmetologist, so I can say medically a hair doctor for 30-something years as a licensed one, coming in and out of school, we learn chemistry, anatomy, we learn all of these things in cosmetology school. Now, I don't know what they learn now. I don't know what they're teaching them now. I don't. I haven't been in cosmetology school in forever. But I know the last I went and I was going to do a instructor course, it was horrible. I was just going, oh my God, what are they teaching them? And everybody in there, all the girls would come to me and say, nobody has passed their board yet. I was just in class to be an instructor. I was the instructor and in class. I had to teach a Japanese lady that did not speak English how to roll a perm, how to roll hair, how to curl hair. She didn't speak a bit of English. Yet I was able to teach her how to do it without her learning how to speak English. But the Asiatic girls would come to me and say, I'm doing showing someone how to apply relaxer. They didn't show us how to do it like that. And that's why ain't nobody passed. So I don't know what they're teaching them. But I do know, coming from Miss Morrell, coming out of Manual High School cosmetology program, I know what we learned. And through that, going and taking these tests and being, the state board that we take is no different like the state board that nurses take. That nurse practitioners are in that, all of them, we go before a state board. So I take my license serious. That's why. So in that's what helps even through what we have going on. We're able to help you pinpoint this. Because it could be going on in the body, and that's why it's affecting your hair coming out. Or your hair coming out could be because you're not getting enough this, or that. Maybe you need some serotonin in your life. Maybe you need some melatonin in your life. Any of these things could be happening. We create topicals. We create all kind of different things to help you deal with whatever you're dealing with. We're not saying that we can heal it. It's not a diagnosis. But we can aid you in the process. If it fix it, hey, it fix it. But we never want to say we proclaim for anything to fix anything. Because anything man has made can be unmade. That's why the trust has to be in the source itself, in Allah. Because anything that's made that is created from that cannot. That's why these energy frequencies cannot. They're a part of the universe. This is the universe's heartbeat. This is Mother Earth's music. The binary frequencies is the way that the earth speaks to us. You can go in some of these spaces, get real quiet, and you can hear the vibration of the earth. You know that she's alive. You can hear it and you can feel it. Go stand on some of these mounds and mountains. Go stand on Stone Mountain and take your shoes off. That's all I'll say. Go take your shoes off on top of Stone Mountain and stand there and feel the vibration. Feel the vibration coming from that quartz crystal underneath that molten rock. You can feel the vibration. You can feel the energy through the sole of your feet. Vibrating the soul in the body. Because it's all connected. That's why a lot of times if you're into stones, that's if you're even into stones. Some people are not. But a stone picks you. Right? You can look at it and be like, ooh, I like that one right there. You didn't pick it, it picked you. And when you pick it up, you know how you know that it picked you? You can feel the vibration in the palm of your hand. Once you close it, you can feel it literally vibrate when you're going bzzz. You can feel the energy going through your body. That's how connected we are to Mother Earth. That's how much we are Mother Earth. Literally pick one up and it will go zzz. You can feel it. You know that's yours. If it don't connect to you, it ain't gonna do none of that. So a lot of things pick you. So even through our AL scan too, you get stones, you have things like that. Like I had a client buy a set for me, a necklace and a bracelet. And she was here in Colorado. And I asked her, I said, do you know how to prepare to wear your stones? Or do you know how to, put your energy on them? Take the energy off. She's like, no, I don't even know what that is. Because some people just buy stuff because it looks pretty. Right? So I told her what she needed to do. I told her how to go, cleanse it off. Place it in our windowsill for the either under the sun or the moon or bare. But I was like, because it was so pretty, I was like, just put it in your windowsill and allow the sun to charge it for 24 hours. Just allow it to sit there. I said, and put your energy over it. Because when you do that, then that stone becomes more of you, and that's where the protection comes in. Because when your energy's on it, now it really knows how to expound out and protect. You don't let everybody touch on your stones. You don't let everybody touch them. It's no different than your hair. People shouldn't just come up to want to touch your hair. No different than your stones. Ooh, that's pretty. Thank you. But you don't because energy transfers. It transforms. It just goes. So you don't want that to happen. So you got to even protect the stuff that you're wearing on your body, that people aren't just touching on it because it's nice. So even through that, the AL scan can help you charge your stones. We can place it on there, imprint what you want in there. Erase out what you don't want in there. So, it's just to tell you these amazing modalities that we have available to the public is they're here, they're available. You could definitely book any of them right now if you would like. Any of the services that we offer, they're available now. And it's just more to come, just to let you know. It's just more to come. More to come because we already work in these spaces. So it's just more that's being built onto it so that we do have the solutions for our people when they come looking for them. That we're not just sitting there saying, oh, well, we did this and we did that. We actually have the sources for you. Because in a minute's time, we're going to all be some breatharians. So we may need some assistance even in that through this AO scan with the food and everything. So y'all stay safe out here. Y'all stay safe out here. Just don't get caught up. That's all I ask. Don't get caught up in the stuff. Don't get caught up. Pay attention. Because your city could be next. Your city will be next with this water crisis. I promise you. They're doing it all on purpose. Because it's about to shut down. So I look for this internet to shut down too. Everybody needs to see what this feels like. To struggle and suffer. I don't think enough people know what that felt like. But there's a lot of us that already been going through this forever. And now it's our time to really be the ones that come out of this. We are the phoenixes. We are the phoenix rising. The chosen. And not everybody is chosen. Peace and love.